Sarah. So, you've been working for several weeks now, and I've noticed in our sessions that there's these patterns of fear and anger. Do you want to tell me a little bit about where that's coming from?
Well, if you really knew me, who I was before coming here, you would see that I was such a sweet person. I had such a sweet side to me, but nowadays most people don't even see that side of me. I always have to keep my guard up, and I'm always having to protect myself from any danger I don't see or danger I do see coming my way.
And do you want to tell me just a little bit about how come you feel that you have to put this guard up in front of people all the time?
I just have a really, really, really hard time trusting people. The world really changed me. It really changed who I was. And I used to be such a nice person. I would do anything for anybody. I would give the shirt off of my back if the person really needed it. But I'm not like that anymore. And I've been taken advantage of too many times, and I'm not vulnerable to do that anymore. I give people the shirt off my back if they need it. That's not who I am anymore.
And do you want to tell me about, that sweet girl that enjoyed doing nice things for other people? Can you tell me about that sweet girl?
Well, if I can remember, that sweet girl's definitely not here anymore. I experienced so much violence at home, a lot, that it's hard to number them from 1 to 10. It's a lot.
And can you explain some of that violence that happened at the home?
There was a lot of violence in the home with my grandmother. That's who I lived with. And every day, no matter what it was, she would hit me for every little thing. She would use everything you could think of to hit me. I hated that lady so much. Like, words can't describe how much I hated her. She used a belt, a shoe, a hanger, basically anything that she could put her hands on to throw at me or to hit me with, she used it. I hated her so much. Coming home from school, I dreaded leaving school. If I could stay in school and sleep, I would definitely do that. But I would try to understand, like, what did I do to deserve this? I didn't know what was coming my way with living with my grandmother. Some days she'd be okay, some days she wasn't okay. I didn't know what to expect coming home from school. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was doing to cause her to treat me the way she did and hit me the way she did and beat me physically the way she did. I didn't understand what I was doing.
It seems as though you weren't able to, protect yourself very well as a young child. As a little girl, it must have been so hard to protect you from this scary adult. And she was your grandmother. It wasn't right that she was treating you this way. You were only a child.
But why did she have to hit me all the time? Can you answer that question for me? I tried so hard to prevent her from hitting me. And sometimes it worked, and sometimes I feel like it didn't even work. It didn't matter what I did. She was always angry.
The way from what I'm hearing is that it didn't matter what you did. You weren't able to stop her from doing this to you. And this is, common for children that have been physically abused before by their loved ones. to feel that way. But I really want you to know, Sarah, and it's important for you to know that this wasn't your fault. This was your grandma's issues that she was feeling inside. She had issues and it had nothing to do with you. It wasn't your fault, and you didn't cause her to have these angry moods.
I know a lot of the times that it wasn't my fault, and I do feel that way now. I'm getting older now, so I'm understanding a little bit better. But there's still times when I feel as though it was my fault, and I could have done something better, that she wouldn't be able to hurt me the way she did.
I heard that. But Sarah, really, as a child, you wanted your grandmother, to love you and to show you protection, not hurt you. She was the one person in your life that was supposed to keep you from harm, but she was harming you. I can see that talking about your grandma is, starting to make you a little uncomfortable, and it's maybe perhaps bringing up some scary emotions for you, huh?
Yeah, it definitely is bringing up some emotions, and it is making me feel uncomfortable to talk about my past. And I feel that way even when I'm not talking about it, especially when I'm alone. Especially when I'm alone.
And what happens exactly when you're alone?
Well, when I'm alone and I'm not keeping myself busy or I'm not doing anything, my thoughts are going crazy, and everything that my grandmother did is like flooding, coming back to me, and it feels like it's happening now. And sometimes I don't even have to hear those girls. Those girls don't even have to upset me. I don't have to see that they're doing anything wrong. It just reminds me of what my grandmother did to me, and I get so angry. I get so upset, and I feel like all the tension and all the blood is rushing to my head and is flowing to my hands, and I'm feeling it in my fist, and I feel like the only way that I can cope with it is fighting and just letting it out through my fist, and that's the only way I know how to cope, is just like letting it out through my fist.